First, I've been making these videos using Screenflow, which is a program that I purchased and downloaded. Screenflow, I've discovered though, requires that you purchase their upgrades periodically. So I paid about $185 and I have had to upgrade it a few times since then, but I thought that my upgrades would be included in the original cost. Turns out that at a certain point, they make you pay more. So it would be $49 now for me to pay for the latest upgrade. And I'm like, no. So that's why this video will not have any screenshots of my computer screen. Anyway, SilverSingles has turned out pretty much the way I expected it to turn out, which is that I started the subscription in April. I bought a 3-month subscription and it hasn't yielded anything. I've gotten a few likes and smiles and messages. I mean, very few, like maybe 4 messages total over 3 months from people who said hi and acted like they wanted to talk to me, but most of those were not real people. They were, basically scammers. I could tell from looking at the profile that they weren't real. And then I would get an email from SilverSingles itself saying, we just want to let you know that someone who's been in contact with you does not have a real account. So yeah, of course I could tell, but thanks for helping. I've also tried OurTime.com, and here's my assertion. Dating apps are not the way to go for people over the age of 50. For people over the age of 50, such as myself, I actually will turn 55 this month in July. The dating apps are not the way to go because we're basically just spending money to have an account on a website or on an app that is just not going to yield. And the reason is because dating apps, by their very nature, rely on visuals. And hey, people over the age of 50, we don't get those hot, sexy photographs. We're not as photogenic. We don't have the same ability to create an image that will attract complete strangers to swipe right. That's just the reality of our culture. That's just the reality of our society, is that the United States is a youth-loving culture. We love youth. We like what young people look like. We don't so much like what middle-aged people look like. And we definitely like even less what old people look like. So when you have a way of meeting people that heavily, really 100% relies on the image, the physical image, that's going to be good for people who are young, and it's not going to be as good for people who can't call ourselves young. So people in our 50s and older, we still like what young people look like. So we're going through these pictures and we're swiping left because everyone looks like we are the age we are. And there's no faking that really at this point, unless of course you put up a picture that really doesn't look like you as you are right now at all. And I don't do that. So guess what? I've gotten almost no responses, and of the ones I've gotten, most of them were not real people looking for dates. They were fake profiles by scammers. So don't waste your money on SilverSingles. If you are over the age of 50, like me, don't waste your money on anything that heavily relies on physical appearance to make the first impression. Physical appearance is not the best first impression for us. I know I am not insulting people over the age of 50. Of course we're also attractive. Of course we're also charismatic. Yes, but not when you reduce us to a single two-dimensional image. Don't waste your money on these things. It's not worth it. And I've wasted money on these things. And so I'm just saying, don't do it. And I'm done now. The only reason I got this subscription was simply to show people who were suggesting dating apps why I don't bother with dating apps. So please, if you're over the age of 50, the best way to meet people to date, in my opinion, and what I'm going to do from now on, is to simply do things out in the world, especially now that that's becoming more possible, and meet people, as a complete person. Have conversations, do things I enjoy doing, and meet people. I know it's the same old advice that we've been hearing for all of our lives. How do you meet people? Well, do the things you enjoy doing, and you'll meet other people who enjoy doing those things. And then, ideally, you'll meet someone who's actually looking for a date, and then you can date them. Because really, I come across much better in person when you can sort of experience who I am, and not when you're just looking at a photo of me. Yeah. So that's it for SilverSingles.com. That's a no on all dating apps for people over the age of 50. Just a waste of money and time.